I can't live like this. That was the third orphan attack this month.
Are you counting when you got trampled by cows and later you found out that orphans released the cows?
Fourth attack this month! Why are there these kids everywhere? Seems like a bad system.
It was easier in the old days. When you had a child you didn't want, you simply threw them into a bush. What happened after they landed in the bush, it wasn't for us to say.
Have you considered not foraging for poisonous plants outside the city walls in the middle of the night?
Why should I change? They're the ones who suck. Ty needs to take care of this.
You can tell him that when he gets here, unless...
He already is?
What? We weren't supposed to know it was him?
Yeah, I just saw the fake mustache and figured, not my problem.
Well, Mum didn't recognize me.
Oh, I don't see servants.
Well, I'm off to see this incredible new performer, anarchist, very underground, very political. Actually has some not positive things to say about me, if you can believe it.
I can believe it.
If I went as myself, people would be distracted. It would make it impossible for her to do her show, which is not my goal.
And what was that goal again? Encouraging insubordination by the rebel?
Exactly wrong, Mother. That's how she thinks, I think. But when I reveal to her how cool a king I actually am, it's going to blow her mind. She may even want to go on a date with me. Maybe to that new shop that only sells things made of straw. Has anyone been there yet? How do they make money? It's such a specific thing.
Brilliant plan.
All right, Mr. Brilliant Plan. You know what? I'm putting you in charge of the orphans.
What? No, I hate them.
That's why you're the perfect person for the job, Hippo. Find out something to do with them, round them up, do whatever, just make them go away. Okay, yeah, not whatever. Don't burn them with flamethrowers or something.
Told you.
Just take care of them.
Did I tell you? Or did I tell you?
You come with me.
Did we raise weird children?
Of course not. I wouldn't say we raised them.
Aww. Come here, you little thing.
Well, hello, children. You are horrible drains on society and, more importantly, on me personally. So this is your new home until you're not. If you're hungry, there's a bucket of deer hoofs in the corner. We'll be shipping you off just as soon as I find an appropriately distant and punishing destination.
Maybe these kids just need somebody to give them a chance.
To do what? Stab you in the eye? You know, eventually they're gonna get the right one.
Didn't you used to be an orphan?
Yeah, born in darkness, 1 in a million. Had to find my father by making my own wheelchair out of sticks. Is that supposed to make me more sympathetic to useless, freeloading, violent brats?
I just feel bad. The little one is kind of cute. She gave me a flower.
Figure out how to get them to stop assaulting me, and you can play with her whenever you want.
And he was like, help, help. That's pretty much what he sounded like. He was scared. But then the tiger ate him and he died. And that's all I got.
Ronald the Storyteller. All right, next up, Anarchist the Truth Teller.
My story was true.
Cities.
I would have opened with a joke.
Crapopolis.
So, is it ground crapopolis or is it the vase or the throwing? Bit confusing.
At the center of it all, King Tyrannus.
Okay, here we go. Squeeze me?
Bad news. The market already threw away all the deer hoofs, but I got my hand on some goat tails, so...
Check it out. I taught him a trick. Kids, sit. Shoot, he did it right before he came in. Jackson, sit. Sit. Sit!
I don't want to!
Fine, then no berry. Good, Jackson.
They obey you and speak in full sentences? But they're kids. They're basically wild animals.
That's what I thought too, but they're actually pretty smart. Check out what Euphoria can do.
Are you crazy? Get your hand out of there.
Just watch. Euphoria. Wait. 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 Okay. We're still working on using our hands. Cool, right?
Cool? Stoop, do you realize what you've done?
Yeah. No.
You've proven that the nature of children can be changed. With the right training, we can shape these kids into whatever we want. The centralized indoctrination of feral-minded nothings molded in my image to advance my will? I shall call it school. Here's the deal. I know a lot about everything. You know very little about anything. I'm smarter and older and better. I thought you searched them for eggs.
I did. They're really good at hiding them.
All right, look, I'm going to tell you what I know, and hopefully you can absorb a small fraction of it, which will make your lives slightly better. In exchange, all I ask for is that you work for me instead of attacking me.
And deer hooves?
I will get more deer hooves.
I think they're on board.
Great! Hey, let's not throw or eat our seats. Cosmo! Percy's ears are attached to his body. They're not coming off. Cosmo! Cosmo!
I think you're losing them.
All right, fine! The next person to smash their chair gets a lesson from my assistant, Mr. Flamethrower. Now sit down!
Hi, Mr. Flamethrower.
How does it work? Sit down, and I'll show you. It's incredible. They're actually listening and talking and working together, and they retain more than I ever thought possible. I never realized how rewarding teaching could be. Turning minds into a lesser version of me? It's how the gods must feel.
So, what's the lesson today?
I think it's time for a field trip.
This woman really hates me. It's highly arousing. But how can I get her to like me?
Who? Your mother? I tend to agree, but hands off, son. She's mine.
It's not a good look, Tyrannus, lusting after your own mother.
That's not... do you have anything else to do?
Honestly, not really.
The tedium of immortality. Every day the same. Daughter's off punching something. Son wants to kiss me. What I'd give for some variety.
Funny, I could use a little less. It's not even clever. She can't decide if she's an artist, an activist, or a rabble-rouser.
Well, she does have a certain dramatic flair, and let's be honest, she's an 8 out of 10 in the looks department.
Dad, can you at least attempt to be helpful? She's becoming a threat.
Ugh, the sooner you realise all mortals are idiots, Tyrannus, the better. Always following the loudest noise and the brightest colour. You'd all walk off a cliff if there was a shiny button at the bottom.
That's it. Mother, can you still shoot fireworks from your fingers?
Does this answer your question?
Good enough.
The root problem of a failed system. The worm in the apple. The scorpion in the sandal. Oh, shutting me down. Just what I expected from you.
Well, I hate to defy your expectations, but I'm not here to shut you down, but to announce the People's Parade. Mother? That's right, people of Crepopolis. We've got music, we've got prizes, we've got grain. And it's all courtesy of your ally, King Tyrannus. If you want to chant my name, the parade song was specifically chosen to make that work.
I must say, parades are actually rather delightful. Constant attention from an ever-changing crowd of admirers.
It's a party on wheels, combining the novelty of drinking and the spontaneity of driving.
It's working! And I didn't know Crepopolis had so many musicians.
You don't. They're birds I turned into people.
Now remember, you're looking for a chartreuse variegated leaf with reticulate venation in the primary blossom. Look at this. A week ago, I couldn't come near this valley without those little monsters attacking me.
Yeah, my army calls this the Valley of Tiny Devils.
But now, there are tiny devils. I think we're onto something with this school business.
Whoa, check it out. When did you teach him that?
I didn't. It looks like he combined the principles of my knot tying lesson and your hatchet throwing lesson to invent a new tool that the world has never seen before.
Cool!
Yeah.
Run!
Back to the city!
Bro! Bring it down!